Hello everyone, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Final Fantasy I, the ROM Hack Final Facelift Part 13. Lucky number 13, right? My name is PJ, and my lighting sucks. It seems like every single day I have to readjust these lamps, and change my webcam's controls. I don't understand why it seems to change every day. Last time, mistakes were made. I lost my cool, but everyone's good. How many casts of life do you have left? 2? That should be plenty. Anyway, this next room, this doorway, the spot directly above it is an encounter space with a creature that I believe is called Nightmare. It's a horse-like enemy. So, 2 nightmares. Oh boy. Okay, so let's see. Let's focus all of our attacks on 1 and see how... Oh, right. You can cast Bolt 2 for free now. So you just go ahead and do that. Oh yeah. It doesn't seem to do as much damage as Chroma's Bolt 2. Maybe it has something to do with her stats. And we win. Easy. Sherma's level 18. Now we're going to have to fight that encounter spot again if we want to get that treasure chest, because you can't walk to the... Okay, they fixed that in the remakes. Heal staff. Guess what I get to cast for free now? Well, regular heal, but that's fine. That is still cool. So I'm going to put this on Sherma, and then I'm going to give the Zeus gloves to Chroma. He can make much better use of them. Okay, then I can just... Oh, I guess I can. Pretty sure they moved that over in the remakes. Okay, 3 more chests. Of course I can't. That's probably armor. So let's just throw away one of my worthless pieces of armor, like, not trade, drop, the silver shield. There we go. Nope. Why do you have to face south when the menu closes? Iron gloves, really? I just threw away a pair of silver, whatever. Another ice brand. I thought there was only 1 ice brand in the game. Well, whatever, doesn't matter to me. Of course I can't. Drop the iron shit we just got. Ruby armlet. Didn't I already have that? I'm gonna put that on Sherma. Maximize her survivability. Speaking of which, she should be at the bottom. There we go. God damn it. The vent just came on and the wind is blowing right at my microphone. I hate that thing. Yep, see? Heal for free. And in lieu of her weak-ass attacks, I can just have her do that every turn. Won't cost her any spell slots and it'll save me a fortune on cure potions. Beautiful. Its physical attacks cause sleep? That is so weird. How boring can someone's attack possibly be? Anyway. 7,340 gil, 1,455 gil, another free house, and an empty chest. Probably a duplicate chest. Okay. And I don't know if it's the space to my right or the one in front of the chest, but there's an encounter spot here. Probably the one next to this chest. Yep. Zombie dragon. Yep, this is considered the boss of the dungeon, but like the evil eye, both of these creatures are eventually going to become normal enemies by the end of the game. So, let's just kill this thing. You, cast Bolt 2 for free, and you, it's a zombie dragon, right? Cast Harm 2. Let's obliterate this thing. 119, 121, 55, there we go. There we go, the gauntlets are much more useful in Chroma's hands. Then we open this chest, And we find a rat tail. It's just a regular rat tail. There's nothing magical or special about it. There it is again. What is it about the teleporting sound that makes it start playing the accomplishment jingle? We are now done in the Castle of Ordeals. Back to the ship. We no longer have any use for the ship. The seafaring vessel is defunct. Yeah, so I am just going to hop on my ship, go back to my airship, and I'll see you there. Okay, we're back. And that right there is going to be where my seafaring ship stays for the rest of the time. Don't let Vicky know. So, back on the airship, now that we have the rat tail, next thing to do is bring it to Bahamut. Okay, Bahamut's cave is in this one right here. And we get to go through the long ass hallway again. God, why is that hallway so long? Alright, here we go. The tale of a rat proves your courage. I shall give you the honor due true warriors. There we go, look at that. I figured they would be. Yeah, alright. More Final Fantasy III sprites. Yep, all of our classes have just been upgraded. Our fighters are now knights, Chroma is now a black wizard, and Sherma is now a white wizard. There are now no more restrictions on spells for mages, their stats have been improved, and Dune and Zash are now stronger than ever. In the original Final Fantasy I, when the characters got their class upgrades, they stopped looking as chibified. I mean, right now they look like they're about 2 heads tall, but their upgraded sprites make their heads super tiny and their bodies much buffer, so they look like they're about 4 heads tall. So they look a lot less chibified and much more buff, and that includes the wizards too. Like the black mage, the black wizard, actually takes his hat off and reveals that he has long brown hair. Of course, you can kind of still see the brown hair if the black mage dies, because his hat falls off. You can't see his face. You never have to go through this long ass hallway again. And that's that. That is why the Citadel of Trials is not considered optional, because who doesn't want to upgrade their class, right? So, our next destination is Melmond. Okay, Chroma. Warp. There we go. Okay, next stop is Crescent Lake. And here we are. Sherma. Exit. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No more risking my life trying to escape from dungeons. One cast of that, and I'm outside. Don't have many casts though, so I'd better make sure that I save this for bosses, and this for making quick getaways. With that little side quest taken care of, if you can even call it that, it's now time to move on. So, the next crystal we're going to try and light is the water crystal, which is located in an underwater shrine that is sunken far below the ocean. So we have to figure out how to get to it, because we're just humans. We can't breathe underwater. We'd drown. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to visit a couple of new towns. One of these towns is especially annoying to reach because you have to walk a pretty far distance to get to it. Yep, this one right here. This is the town of Onrak. And finding a good spot to land is always a hassle. To the best of my knowledge, the best place to land is here-ish? Yeah, it's about as close as you can get. Oh boy, the Ni Otyuf or Otnu. But in Final Fantasy it's called the Niochu. So, let's see how tough you are. 2 damage. Oh, wow, you're still alive. Damn, you got some survivability. There you go. Go to slip. Okay. Chroma's level 18. I should mention a couple of things more about these sprites. This sprite here, or all of these sprites are from Final Fantasy 3, of course. But this sprite on the top, I believe, is still the Knight sprite in Final Fantasy 3, which is an upgrade to the Warrior. This is the Magus, which is an upgrade to the Black Mage. In Final Fantasy 3, instead of having a class that gets turned into something better, you're simply given the option to switch between classes, and the Black Magus is inherently better than the Black Mage. So once you have the Black Magus, you no longer have a reason to play as the Black Mage, but you still have the option to. And this is the sprite of something called the Seer. Or is it the Devout? I forget. But it's another upgrade to White Mage. Anyway. Crocodile. It's just a normal old crocodile. And we're here. The town of Onrak. Let's see. Do I have anything new at the item shop? Probably not. I'm going to need to refill my stock soon, but I'll save that for between episodes. Wait, I'm only 20 minutes in? Okay. Let me take care of it now. Actually, buying cure potions in this place sucks because they're not at the top of the list. So I can't just sit here and rapidly tap the button. It'd take twice as long. Oh well, who are you? My legs are beautiful. It's so nice to have legs. Yes it is. But why are you making such a big deal about having legs? Have you found Oxio? No, what is it? Tell me what it is. Are you looking for it too? Sir? Sir? No? Well, fuck you then. Until 200 years ago, the mermaids lived in the shrine. Then, in fire and smoke, it sank. The mermaids? What? What about the mermaids? Why'd you just ask the mermaids like a question? But yeah, there are mermaids. Avast ye landlubbers! Stay out of me way! Hey, would you by chance know Bicky? Oh, so you think that just because we're both pirates we know each other, eh? Methinks you don't know what a bigot ye are. Underhill, the caravan master, had something very strange, no punctuation mark. Cope? Cop? It's spelled with 2 P's in the remake. Cop says he saw a shining object fall. This town used to be prosperous 200 years ago. Ah, isn't 200 years ago the time the water shrine sank? Alright, cemetery. Again, no Easter eggs, so don't bother reading them. And look, more magic shops. But they're probably the level 7 shops, and we don't have any level 7 spell slots. But we can at least see what they have. First is the white magic shop. Oh, right, okay. The level 7 and 8 shops are divided into 2 each. All the level 7 and 8 shops only have 2 spells. So now I have to find twice as many shops to get the better spells. A rub. That's supposed to be null death. You cast it, and it makes the party immune to instant death. See? We should have stuff like that. Stuff that at least has a limited resource behind it. Before they start throwing random encounter enemies at us that can instantly kill us. And heal 3. Yeah, but Black Magic Shop. Saber, which is pretty much a useless spell because in my team only the Black Wizard can cast it. I don't know if Red Wizards can cast it. I don't remember. But all it does is boost his strength and accuracy. and we're not using him for melee anyway. Especially not in a situation where it would warrant using up a level 7 spell slot. And blind, which we also will not be using. Anyway. You have legs! Yes, I do! She has much more interesting dialogue in the remakes. She says, are those legs really yours? Implying that there might be some leg thievery going on around here, but there isn't. My father runs the caravan. Ah, you mean Underhill, the guy we just heard about. He is having a closeout sale near the oasis in the western desert. Oh, we should pay him a visit sometime. I am so corny. Oh, look at that. A friendly dragon. In the town. See? Like I said, so they do still intermingle. Well, well, I see you have been honored. I probably should have visited this place first to see what you said beforehand. You probably just talked about your king or whatever. My brother, Dr. Un. Remember Dr. Un from Melmond? My brother, Dr. Un, has studied Lefanish, the language of the Sky Warriors. If he had the Rosetta Stone, he could teach it. Learning a new language is always fun. Except that it kind of isn't, and it's ridiculously hard, especially for adults. Stop running away from me! Fables say that when the shrine sank, many treasures were lost. Also, they tell of a cryptic stone plate. You mean the Rosetta Stone that this guy right next to you just told me about? Maybe you two should have a little combo. Over here, way over here. See, this guy, my name is Cup. Yeah, we just heard about you. I saw it north near the waterfall. Believe me, I think it was a robot. How the hell do you know what a robot is? Until 200 years ago, the power of water brought us good fortune. That's just a slightly reworded version of something someone else said. And now I talk to this woman, who appears to be standing in front of what looks like a small submarine. I made a submarine to save the mermaids, but to go deep enough, it will require Oxio. Yeah, we heard about Oxio. Some other douche was looking for it and wouldn't tell us what it was. So, I missed it. Is there a weapon and armor shop in this town? No, there isn't. Okay. Well, yeah, there's nothing for us to do in this town until we have the Oxio. And we're also not ready to visit the desert caravan, so now we're going to head back to my airship. Ooh, manticores! Yeah, those are manticores, not sphinxes. Aww. Shimmer's poisoned sprite is so cute. Her little ears flop down and she's crying. Oh god, I just want to hug her. Here, have a pure potion. There you go, it's all better. Okay. Come on, I need to be able to see to play this game. Okay, I'm back at the airship. Okay, now we go west, loop around the world map, go north from here, and this is the town I pointed out in the last episode, the Eye of the Hawk, Gaia. Of course, this was before Final Fantasy gained the habit of naming every planet in the series Gaia. Thank you. Look, more magic shops. I do believe these are the opposing level 7 magic shops. Let's see what you got. Yep, Ice 3 and Break, which is a spell that lets us petrify creatures. Which I actually want to try out on something because I've never tried it before and I want to know if it works. But we can't buy it yet. We don't have any level 7 spell slots. And as for you, Cure 4 and Harm 4. I don't know why Harm had to go all the way up to a 4th level. But by the way, if you don't know, in the Final Fantasy series, most spells don't use numbers like this game is using. Like fire, for example. The first level of fire is called Fire, and the second is Fyra. And Blizzard would be Blizzara, and Thunder would be Thundara, and Cure would be Cura. Anything ending in A, or Ra. And the third level ends in Aga, like Fyraga. And the fourth ends in Aja, like Fyraja, or Kiraja, or Diaja. It's also very inconsistent with whatever the fifth level suffix is. I mean, Kingdom Hearts had something called Za, like when Mickey cast Stop Za, but that was a mistranslation. In the Japanese version, it was Stop Gun. Unbelievable! You're outsiders, right? How did you get this far north? We have a mystical airship from an ancient destroyed civilization that we unearthed from the desert with a magic rock that we found in a cave made entirely of ice in a non-Arctic region. Duh. Do you have great power? What's the point of that? What's that broom up to? It's talking backwards. All brooms talk backwards, you must be a novice. Have you been to the city south of here? I just cannot understand a word spoken there. I have wondered what language. Could it be Lafanish? This town's actually bigger than it looks, by the way. Legend says the Sky Warriors flew about here and there from a castle high in the sky. Oh, we're getting some Studio Ghibli shit up in here. Not saying the Studio Ghibli is shit. I like Studio Ghibli films, even though I haven't seen most of them. Anyway. What armor do they have? Protect rings. I could have bought these as soon as I got the airship, couldn't I? Protect rings make you immune to instant death. Well, let's find some room for them. I can probably get rid of everyone's gloves. Well, June and Zash's gloves. Let me sell the silver armlet, both suits of silver armor, and both sets of silver gloves. There. I just spent 80,000 gil buying a protect ring for everybody, because I am so sick and tired of instant death. Eventually, we will find an upgrade for this called the ribbon. I think there's exactly 4 of them in the game, or there might be only 3, I forget, but they make you immune to everything, I think. They're supposed to. They usually do in the series, and by everything I don't mean like they make you immune to damage, just status effects and instant death, but I think in this game they only protect you from special attacks, so you know, all the non-magical spells that creatures have been using, like Cremate. Anyway, let's see what weapons they have. The Cat Claw is an interesting weapon. It is ridiculously expensive, and is the Black Wizard's strongest melee weapon. But I no longer have the funds to purchase it, and it's really not all that useful anyway. It's really just kind of a afterthought. I mean, once everyone else has their strongest weapons, then maybe I'll buy it. I saw a shining object flying towards the east. Is it the same shining object that Cop saw? Item shop. Do you have your cure potions on the top? No, you don't. What kind of weak-ass establishment you running? Let me see. Yes, there was a professor that studied Lafanish. Yes. Was it Dr. Un? We heard about that from his brother. Temple, don't need it. Hardy har, you are too late. I stuffed the fairy into a bottle and sold her to a caravan. What fairy? We have heard nothing else about a fairy. None of the other people were talking about a fairy. But yeah, if you come all the way around here, this is a big-ass town, isn't it? You'll see that there is a small pond. Supposedly the fairy is supposed to live in that pond, but no one else seems to talk about it. Either way, we know that that pirate dude just... well, he captured the fairy and he sold her to the caravan. So now we gotta go to the caravan and save it. But first, I just spotted a couple of magic shops that I apparently missed. Yeah, they're all the way over here. Which magic shops are these? Could they be the first level 8 magic shops? Well, let's see what they have. We don't have any level 8 spell slots, but we're gonna at least look forward to what we're gonna get. Pearl? That is so disappointing. I mentioned in the very first episode that this game was supposed to remove all the censorship and bring back all of the references to religion, which Nintendo stupidly removed. That's supposed to be holy. There's a very common, powerful white magic attack in the series. It was called Pearl in Final Fantasy VI. I don't know. It's supposed to be called Holy. That is so disappointing. Shell, I think it just boosts the party's magic defense, I don't know. And Dispel is bugged and doesn't work anyway, so who cares? That is so lame. Well, whatever. I'm this far anyway, I'm not gonna quit now. Doom sucks, X-Zone sucks, Stop sucks, all of these suck. There's only one level 8 black magic spell we want. Anyway, next we get to go to the caravan. Okay, see this little caravan up? This little patch of desert right here that's separate from the rest of the desert. That's where the caravan is. It's completely invisible, and you wouldn't know it's there until you walked into it, and that would take you to the caravan's shop. But there is a glitch that only exists in the NES version, where you can land on top of it. Normally you can't land in sand, but you can land right where the caravan is, but only in this version. Then you can just step off, step back on. Caravan. Fairy in a bottle. 50,000 gil. Well, I guess we have no choice. All of that money gone. But all for good causes. So, back on the airship, and then back to Gaia. In the remakes, as soon as you enter Gaia with the fairy in a bottle in your inventory, you automatically free her, and she goes to her little pond. So, well, let's see what happens if we just do it manually. Pop, a fairy appears, then flies away. Yep, so now we gotta go to the pond in order to talk to her. As far as I know, that's the only fairy in the original version of this game. In the remakes, there are more fairies you can meet, namely in the bonus dungeons. But in this, there's only the one. And there she is. Ain't she cute? You can kind of see through her wings. That's a nice little effect. That pirate trapped me in the bottle. I will draw Oxio from the bottom of the spring for you. Thank you for saving me. Remember, Oxio will give you air. Cool, huh? They don't really explain what Oxio is, though. Is it a bottle? Is it a bubble that never pops? What is it? Now we get to go all the way back into Onrak, but before I do that, because we're going to be trapped in Onrak for a while, because I don't want to have to walk out of Onrak too often, I'm going to go restock my cure potions. I've only shown you how to get to Onrak, so I'll just pick up in Onrak. So, see you in a bit. I should mention, just for clarity's sake, there is no story reason for this at all. It's purely for gameplay balancing, but you cannot use the heal staff's free cast of heal outside of battle. It has to be done mid-combat. Like I said, there's no reason for it other than for balancing the gameplay. Otherwise, you can just use it to heal your party to 4 after every battle with no consequence. Okay, we're back in Onrak, and if you talk to this lady here, now that the Oxio is in your inventory... Warriors, you have Oxio. The mermaids wait. Please help them. And then she vanishes. Now, it's not clear exactly what the nature of that character is, but after she requests you save the mermaids, she floats off into the sea and vanishes like a ghost. So maybe she's a dead mermaid? I don't know. By the way, if it wasn't clear before, that dancer that we saw who was bragging about her legs is a mermaid. I mean, it's not clear how she got legs. It's possible that it has to do with the water crystal's power waning, but the mermaids that we meet don't. They say otherwise. They say something bad will happen if the water crystal's power fully drains, but whatever. Now we can use this submarine, and it will take us deep under the sea to the water shrine. In the remakes, there's a cutscene that shows you actually doing that, but... Recognize this song? This is the same song that played in the first floor of the Chaos Shrine. Okay, so... This is kind of a big dungeon. Oh, sea snakes. Oh, and by the way, get used to that, because just about every enemy in this dungeon is just a recolor of another enemy with a water theme to it. This is kind of a big dungeon. It's 5 floors, just like the Cavern of Earth was, but we actually start on the 3rd floor, and you can choose to either go up or down, and eventually you're going to have to reach both the top and bottom floors. So we're going to start by going up. Okay, there's nothing over there. So you go east at this intersection, and there's a room right here with a treasure chest. Is it guarded? I can't tell. Sea Baron? I think that's supposed to be a Sahagin prince in the remakes? I'm not sure. The heal staff is so useful. I can keep everybody at full health as long as I don't run into any really tough enemies. By the way, it's implied that the area of the water shrine that we're in right now isn't filled with water and is in fact open space with oxygen, which of course doesn't make any goddamn sense. 2000 gil. Anyway, you want to come up to the northeastern corner of this floor to find a staircase leading up. Ooh. Okay, moving on. Oh, empty. Okay. 2nd floor. Which is 4th floor, actually, because we went up. More sharks. Okay, let's see what's in here. Nothing. Okay. There's actually quite a bit of treasure on this floor. The exit is in the southeastern corner, but we're gonna get all the treasure first. Okay. Right, there it is. Up here. Not guarded? Really? Diamond armor. Oh, wow, okay. So, let's see, who do I want to give you to? Do I replace flame or ice? Well, Dune's in the top, so he's getting hit the most, so he should have it. There we go. Okay, how much time do I got? Got 5 minutes. Okay, well, I'm probably going to stop it in a bit, but before I do, I want to talk about this real quick. I've talked a lot about Final Fantasy I's parallels to D&D and how it handles everything. In particular, the way monster groups work. In most Final Fantasies, if you run into a goblin in the beginning of the game, chances are you're never going to see that goblin again in any other area. But in D&D, you can run into goblins whenever, and there'll still be a challenge as long as they're in greater numbers, and maybe have some stronger goblinoid leaders. The same thing is done here in Final Fantasy 1. We were running into these Sahagin guards, these sea guards, out in the ocean when we first got the ship after the second boss. And here, they're still appearing this late into the game, which I think is pretty cool. Later Final Fantasies don't allow for that sort of thing because of the way their algorithms work. Numbers just get so goddamn high that no matter how many weak enemies they pit you against, they won't be a challenge. D&D 4th edition also kind of adopted that mindset, because if you had any enemy that was below a certain level threshold, then it was considered too weak for the party to fight. Like, if you ever used Master Plan, which lets you calculate encounters in advance, then if you put any weak enemy in the list, it would be red. And even then you had to go into it and change some settings in order for it to even let you add a weak enemy to an encounter. But that's all I wanted to say. This is a good spot to stop. So, thank you all so very much for watching. If you liked this video, maybe leave a like. I'm only just starting out. Every like means a lot to me. So, see you in the next video.